We are
What up, it's your
live
boys.
and about
We are
boys.
live and alive. What's up?
I mean, not me. I'm dead inside.
Same. Alcohol's a poison, and there are things inside me I need to kill.
Same. I had tequila earlier in celebration of National Tequila Day, but right now
It's
I am.
National Tequila Day?
It's National Tequila Day. Yeah.
Well, dang, I was having all my tequila yesterday, but okay.
Damn. All right.
Yeah, well, so this last weekend I did the Barbenheimer feature
Mm.
because you have to. I did it for the meme.
Yeah.
And I can't quite talk about it yet with you on the pod. I will say it's it's a little challenging to do because not only is it a lot of quantity of movie,
Mm-hmm.
but like a lot of it, even Barbie included, is like emotional. And like Oppenheimer is like you just feel things. Sometimes you get scared. Sometimes you like I don't know. It's really moving and really good at putting you in his shoes. And then I don't know. It goes over his life a little bit after the bomb too and stuff. And it's yeah, it's fascinating. I think it's really important. And you really don't realize how it really provides you a good scope of the dangers of nuclear warfare, right? And like
Mm-hmm.
and nuclear arms. And yeah, it really fills you with some dread and some fear. And then Barbie just provides you kind of like an existential crisis where you reflect on like gender roles and stuff. And like it's really cool. And like I think it's really important and it's a really good movie. It was really funny. It was perfectly paired because like obviously you have to do Barbie after because that's gonna chew you up a bit, still make you think and make you sad and make you want to call your mom. But like but it's still
But Ryan Gosling's gonna make you laugh your ass off.
Ryan Gosling is so goddamn funny in this movie, and he is just like an underrated comedic actor. He's so funny, and he's also like I mean always stupid like good looking. I mean he's playing Ken, the literal like the doll, the peak. Doll to be. And then Michael
Yeah.
Cera's Alan, and I love it. It's a great movie. I don't want to say any more about it. It's so much fun. The cast probably had so much. I'm certain they had so much fun doing it. Um,
Probably Kate McKinnon for sure because she played weird Barbie, right?
yes, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
She played the weird Barbie, which was it was just so cool. It was so cool, and like it's self-referential, and it makes fun of itself, and it's really just good and really touching, and yeah, it's really cool and it's really good, and I love the story it tells, and I love the way it tells it, and the world it builds, and it's really useful. I think it ends on a funny note. So anyway, both great movies, highly recommend, absolutely phenomenal. The camera work in Oppenheimer is fantastic. The sound work is outstanding, and that was really the most impactful component of the movie.
Because after seeing
Was
Tenet,
the
you're
way he
like thinking, "Oh God, is the sound editing gonna be good? Please, for God's sake."
no for real, and it's
Yeah.
it's really it's amazing. It's impressive, and I really yeah, you really just it helps you feel and puts you in a place where Oppenheimer's at, and it's really fascinating and it's really cool. I think his story is really interesting, and Killian Murphy kills it. He's like perfect. He's like amazing, and he's just wow. He can be speechless, but he's so expressive, and the editing and the cutting is really good in a way that's like it's this. The storytelling's a little back and forth, kind of like Dunkirk, which is a bit confusing at times. But when you pick up on it, he makes it pretty a little easier to understand with hues and with different colors and stuff.
See, that's good because with
Different.
Dunkirk, like the jumping between time, I'm like, okay, wait, what is going on? Because visually, it's exactly the same style. It doesn't give you any hints on like what point
No,
in
it
time
doesn't
you're
give you a
at.
single hint, and like it's only like in the beginning of Dunkirk, which I have to watch again. It's a very good film. I was very.
Mm-hmm.
He always does beautiful movies. Is the one thing I could say about Nolan is he does very good, and his scores are fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, the score for Oppenheimer, dude. Oh my God, is it like just tension building? Like you spend the whole movie, you're like wondering like when are they going to use the bomb? When are they going to do it? And how's he going to portray it? And how's it going to look? And like it's this great, it's this great lead up, and it's a wonderful payoff, and it really like really does a lot for the movie, and it was very impressive. I really want to watch it again.
Yeah, and the way they do it,
Three
like
hours.
they don't have like anything to do with Nagasaki or Hiroshima. They just do like the explosion at Trinity, and then like literally everything that happens after that, of him basically introducing this new weapon to the world.
Well, yeah, so they don't show Nagasaki or Hiroshima. Spoiler, but I think that's a good thing. I think Nolan made a good choice that way and portrayed that component in a different format. But it was still conveying the point without showing graphic like violence,
Because
which I really respect and appreciate because I mean like that would just be it would feel kind of gross if he were like showing people evaporate. You know what I mean?
exactly, like
Or vaporize, vaporize. So I was
it,
gonna say.
it would detract from Oppenheimer's story, who is the lead character in the movie, and like what his creation to the world does to him personally as well as everyone else. But also, showing such acts like that would kind of almost have you revel in such violence. You know what I mean?
No,
Like,
yeah,
yeah,
exactly, yeah, and it hints at it sometimes. It does these great sequences where it's kind of like explained, and you see Oppenheimer's reaction and stuff, and that's it's really it's all built on Cillian Murphy being able to portray that dread and that regret of creating the greatest killing machine to have ever existed in humanity. The power to destroy ourselves. You know what I mean? Like it's great.
mm-hmm.
It starts with this quote about like it starts with this opening about saying that like Prometheus provided fire to man, and his
Mm-hmm.
punishment was something, and it's really profound. But yeah, it was a really good movie, really powerful. Um, I mean, the only person who really gets to shine, I mean, the most important person to shine is Killian Murphy. I mean, he's the lead, the name. Emily Blunt's really good in this too.
Mm.
Yeah, it's really if I mean,
I
it's all
hear,
based off of it's a biopic. It's a man's life, so I hope that Nolan does it right and tells it truthfully as he can, as well as dramatizing it to a certain extent. But a
yeah,
lot of the stuff that happened, man, you just think about like, wow, he was dealing with that shit while making the bomb, dude, and he knew what he was doing. And like, there's some really good moral arguments in this movie too, and you really think about it, it's really oh man, and there's some great dialogue, and it's well written, it's well done, it's well acted. Oh my god, like the last like half hour, Robert Downey Jr. really fucking shines, dude. He is like
wow.
putting in a goddamn performance, as well
Mm.
as the guy from Solo, um, and and then it's got fucking Huey from The Boys in there somewhere,
Yeah, yeah. No, the cast
which
listing I
is
saw the
it's a
whole.
stacked. It's got the bad guy. It's got Papa from Stranger Things, dude.
Yeah,
Um, it's a crazy stacked cast, but it's a really good movie, and I can't recommend it enough. It will make you sad, so it might be helpful to do the double feature. Maybe some people just want to do Barbie. Maybe some people want to do both. Maybe even some crazy fucks want to do Oppenheimer only and
yeah.
say Barbie for another day. But maybe they'll just be too sad to see Barbie. But I really liked the double feature. I'm glad I lived the meme. I wore this shirt. It has like it's pink and it has like little skulls on it, like that look like Bikini Atoll. So I was like, oh, that's perfect
There you go.
for both
Oh,
movies.
my
Um,
my man. That's fucking.
I
That's a
saw them.
fit.
I saw them at two different theaters, so it was funny. So we were trying to figure out. Me and my girl were trying to coordinate having a group of people go see it, go do the Barbenheimer double feature. Some people backed out once they heard how bad it was, how harsh Oppenheimer is. Not
Yeah.
bad, but harsh. Um, I just spent like 10 minutes, glorifying it, or praising it. I mean, and so what's it? We're trying to coordinate that, and then she just hits me up Saturday while she's at work. She's like, "Hey, you want to just do it tomorrow night?" And I was like, "Okay, bet." And so then I booked a show. So they booked it at one theater at Saints in a row. I had to find an Oppenheimer showing that worked where I could drop my girl off at work. I can go rush home, change real quick into this, go see the movie, come back out and go pick her up after her shift. The movie was pretty much her whole shift, which is kind of crazy to think about. Almost, it was definitely a good chunk of it. But so I had to go then to Shoreline. So I went to two different theaters. So I went to first Mountain View to check it out at 5, and then I went at the 10 o'clock showing for Barbie at Santana Row, which were both sick, and it was super fun. And that was probably the highlight of my weekend. I also there was a house party that my lady and her parents were hosting because it was her dad's birthday yesterday. Happy birthday to to him. And I met a bunch of family, which is cool. A little awkward at first, as always, but it was cool. And
Yeah.
then what else has been the highlight of my week this last week? I don't know. Thursday was really cool because we went to so there's the San Jose Giants out here. It's like as I've been told, it's like a couple steps below minor league baseball even, but it's super cool. It's like a home thing, and it's really local, and people have fun with it. So my friend works there, and so he got us free tickets for Thursday's game, and
Hell yeah.
and so we got like a free dinner plate too, and free drink, and a free drink. And so like they have a churro blonde ale. So it's because on Sundays, this group is called the San Jose Choros, and they even bought a little hat that has a churro waving a baseball bat.
That's awesome.
They look sick. Needed that piece of merch, and so I had the beer, and the beer is pretty good. And they had barbecue, so I got like ribs, but then I fucked up because like you know how like you're in a ballpark seat, and so like you don't really have like a place to put the food; it's just in your lap. And I got sauce on top and not on the side, and I was like, oh, my ribs are covered, and like I don't eat this with my hands because I don't want to be messy. So I was using an itty bitty shitty plastic knife to like cut through and like just use that and a fork to like pick it up and chomp at it. Um, yeah, but it was fun. It was a good time. It was cool. Those are probably the highlights of my week. I stayed late for vinyl night on Wednesday.
Gotcha.
I don't know what else. What else has been going on in the news? I heard about Twitter changing their name to X. They're rebranding as a potential porn site. It sounds like the name of a porn site. X.
Yeah, X.com. I'm just like
X.com.
X.com, where if I want to see Angela White or something get pounded by BBC, I go to fucking X.com.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
That's where you find that video. Probably.
Yeah, it's not that hard. You can find that like that.
You can. It's pretty. There's a lot. There's a lot of example. A lot of example of that. Yes, it's odd to do that and to call them tweets now X's. It's like no one's gonna do that. It's like Twitter is a brand name. It's like the thing that sells, and like it's what people recognize.
All my exes live in Twitter.
Oh my.
Yeah, because the joke on all my exes are from Texas. Fucking all my fucking tweets are on Twitter.
Is that for real? Why he did it? It's just you being dumb.
That's just me being dumb. Like, no, there's no way that Elon is gonna do something that semi-brilliant. Okay, like.
I don't know. Yeah, he wouldn't pull that. Yeah, I don't
No,
know, man.
if anything, he's a fucking dork who's so obsessed with like space and seeming so cool that he just wants to name something like X. You know, just something like cool, like X.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I mean, I think that's absolutely. He's just conducting a pissing contest.
Yeah, I guarantee you, he'd be the kind
man.
of fucking guy who would make an energy drink called Extreme, but it's literally just filled with amphetamines, like not even caffeine.
No, for sure. And he'd be like, "Oh, well, it's healthy for you. It's a healthy alternative."
It's a weight loss program. Like, yeah, of course, it's amphetamines. It kills your fucking appetite.
Yeah, people don't eat that shit. They ain't hungry. So I don't know, man. I'm tired of hearing about him in the news. He's just like annoying at this point.
Yeah.
And I'm just looking forward to if that Zuckerberg and Elon Musk thing works out. If Zuckerberg can kick his ass, I don't want Zuckerberg to win. I just need Elon to lose. But anyhow.
Oh, did you hear that Trump apparently kind of kept some artifacts and didn't really return them because they were on loan?
From the White House?
No, from Israel, out of all places.
What was it he had from Israel?
He had like this teacup set that's very, very old.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, apparently.
How do you get hold of them?
Apparently, some guy who was working on behalf of the Israeli government managed to procure these items on loan to the White House to get in good with Trump because he's a fan and he affiliates with the Republican Party.
Totally.
But after a while, he never got the teacup set back, and then he's like, "Where did it end up? Guys, can you help me out? Get that teacup set back to Israel?" It's like, nah. It was basically in Trump's place, along with all the fucking documents and shit.
Oh, jeez, they found that in that other search too. Wow, this guy just like can't
Yeah.
let shit go, man. Can't let shit go.
He was basically a very, very dumb Indiana Jones for a brief period.
For a moment, for
Yeah.
just a moment.
For a moment, he got to be Indiana Jones. But he didn't want to put it in a museum. He just wanted to keep it in his own fucking house.
No, exactly. Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, either showing it to people randomly, like all the other shit that he kept, or possibly using it as a form of payment because he has no money. So, like,
Yeah,
he literally tried to pay a lawyer once with a horse. Not money, a fucking horse.
he tried to wait. He tried to barter with a horse.
Exactly, yeah.
What is this like medieval? What is this fucking like 15th century? Like the hell, dude?
Yeah, and he kept insisting, it's like, it's a prize breeder. It's worth $2 million easy. God, and
That's ridiculous.
I guarantee you, he would have did the same shit with the confidential, documents. Like, he would have
Yeah, he
sold
would have
some...
just attached some. Like he would have been like, "This is worth 100 million. This is where the aliens are."
Just like, he needs to pay his legal fees. Like, okay, here's where the aliens are. Here's a map of Area 51.
Sure, you can't sell it. Yes, I can.
Yes, I can. Here's the government's super soldier program. All the cybernetics. Oh my god, I want to know what kind of shit he had. Like, all the real shit. Like, not the weird shit. Like, the information he had on, like, the French president. I'm like, what? That's boring. That's basic. Why the fuck?
Yeah, yeah. I want the weird conspiracy-esque stuff, not the like boring espionage stuff.
How much would I bet he's got the real JFK files?
I bet he does. I bet he knows who the shooter is. I bet that was the first thing he looked up. I bet.
Yeah. If it's the fucking driver, I swear to God, I'm gonna lose my shit.
Lose my mind, dude.
Yeah. Lose my mind faster than JFK.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
Damn. You know, he used to travel with, like, shampoo.
Oh, yeah?
They found his head and shoulders in the back.
Ah, goddamn. I remember me and my friends were talking, it's like, can you imagine how awkward, like, going to the car wash after that incident must have been? Just sitting in silence as the car is getting cleaned up.
That'd be horrible. You just drive through, you're like, here, hold the president.
Hold on, let me move and get this soft spot cleaned. Oh my god.
That'd be crazy.
We're so fucking dumb. My week's been pretty good so far. I caught up on a couple movies that I just kind of watched randomly. I saw Warm Bodies. I thought it was pretty good. It was cheesy and predictable, but...
Oh, that came out like 10 years ago, right?
Oh, yeah. God, that was a long time ago. Shit.
Yeah.
Shit. Well,
it was a long time ago.
I watched an even older movie than that. Something from 24 years ago.
1999?
Yeah. The Blair Witch Project.
Oh, I've never seen that.
Yeah, I saw it for the first time. And I gotta say,
it was like the first of its kind, right?
It was the first major found footage film of its time. There were some examples before that. Honestly, the most notable one that's actually really, really good is Cannibal Holocaust. That's a good fucking found footage film.
Oh, I've heard about that. That's the one about the tribe, right? Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. And it's shot in two different ways. The main story is shot cinematically, and it follows along with this guy who is interested in the disappearance of these American students / filmmakers. And when he finds their camera footage, then it's shot in found footage perspective, and it shows exactly what happens. Yeah.
Oh wow, Jesus.
Yeah, no, and it's a great movie. It has some controversy to it because a lot of people thought it was like so real that like a lost tribe in the Amazons that actually killed and ate people.
That makes sense. Yeah, that would be bad stereotypes to spread around.
It would be, yeah, especially if they thought there was an actual crime being committed. So they would want to investigate.
Totally, yeah.
Yeah.
The movie did such a good production. People thought it was like a real thing.
They thought it was real, yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it was kind
That's
of
really
kind of on par with like a Serbian film, but for the like totally different reasons.
Yeah, well, Serbian film is like doing so much more than what needs to be done. It's really fucked up.
Oh yeah, yeah. Nah. There's also two movies I'm never gonna see ever. Terrifier 1 and 2. I am not interested. It is just disgusting.
Yeah, it sounds horrific, and I wouldn't be it wouldn't be a viewing pleasure of mine.
Yeah.
Uh, I respect it. I respect the film and what it's doing,
Yeah.
what it did. But no thanks. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit over here, Chief.
That's a
Sit
hard
this one
pass
out.
for me, Chief.
I'm gonna sit this one out, Chief.
Yeah.
I need a break.
But more importantly, I discovered that on Netflix they have Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, which is a great
They
fucking
do. It
animated
dropped.
movie. Like, if none of y'all have seen that, go out and fucking see it. It's so good.
Yeah, for real, dude. Love that
Yeah.
movie.
I'm definitely excited to see the Barbenheimer double feature this upcoming Wednesday, man. I'm gonna go see it.
You're doing that Wednesday.
Yeah,
Sweet.
exactly. Yeah. And literally the schedule is gonna be wake up, have a 1940s breakfast, cereal, milk, OJ, coffee, go see Oppenheimer. Come out of there, go to In-N-Out, burgers, fries, strawberry shake, Barbie, then go home, then margaritas, followed by dinner, possibly followed by more margaritas, and then it's a good time.
Yeah, just get drunk off that, dude.
Exactly.
I snuck a marg into both my showing for Oppenheimer and my showing for Barbie.
Fuck yeah.
They sell these little bottle ones, these little plastic bottles at 7-Eleven. So I snuck. It was funny.
Was it good?
Um,
I feel like bottled margarita from 7-Eleven is like interesting.
It was sugary. It was fine. It was down Belize. I didn't taste any of the alcohol. That was the dangerous thing. Not a single sip of the alcohol. It was
I
all
feel
just
like
mixer.
I feel like
But,
at that,
but both were 10% each.
both were 10%. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they're like
Holy
two
sh-
beers, dude. It was crazy.
Wow, bro. At that point, you might as well just smuggle a little bit of tequila, like one of those little mini bar versions, just so you can kind of spice it up a little bit. Actually, have it more like a margarita.
Totally. But yeah, Barbenheimer, perfect experience. Wouldn't change it for a bit. Wouldn't change any of it. What else has been going on in the world? So it was really annoying because like on Friday, it was kind of a good thing. I guess I don't know. I didn't really provide any direction. So I had the day off, right? And of course, my day off, something happens, right? So my boss calls me on my personal cell. He's like, "Hey, we've all been trying to reach you when your clients fell," and I was like, "Oh shit." I'm not working, so like, and I don't know if anyone on my team is there because they're all at the other site usually. We don't have to come to the main site, which is where the clients come from. This is what we were arguing a little while back, but I'm not going to get into that. But see, he just calls me, and then nothing gets done of it. He's just like, "Oh, I'm going to call somebody else." I'm like, "Okay, fine, do that. Do call somebody who's on shift."
Yeah.
Like, I don't care, and so. I have to debrief with my boss about it tomorrow, which is fine. I think it should be good. I haven't talked to her one on one yet. She's new, so I'm cautiously optimistic. Should be chill. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, work's work. I've got a lot going on. Been busy. Life outside of work has been busy. I haven't even slept in this apartment all week. I've been at another place all week. But that's been cool.
Oh.
Um,
Okay.
I was staying over at my girl's place. Is why. That's why.
Okay. I was gonna
Um,
say, like, if you're staying at like a hotel, what is going on? Like.
oh well, no, dude. I pay enough for this apartment already. Oh, and I have to. My rent increases next month, so I have to pay more. So that's fine.
Uh,
But oh well.
oh, well, I got you a gift. So.
Wait, what'd you get me?
Yeah. So we got these new glasses in from my work, and I felt like I should get you one. I don't know if you want to get your girl one. I don't know how much she is into beer, but I got you one of these.
Oh, that's pretty, dude. It's
Yeah.
got a handle and shit.
It's got a handle and shit. It's a proper
Oh, shit.
English drinking glass, for like DBA or any other English ale you can think of.
Very nice. I've got an Irish red ale. Would that work?
That would work. Yeah. Oh, dude, that's another thing. If we're in England in November, we got to keep an eye out for like all the other variants of Guinness because we're literally right there in the UK. So there's a good chance they'll have the other flavors.
We'll have to do that. We'll have to. Just don't order an Irish car bomb. It's offensive.
Exactly. Yeah. Anyone out there who doesn't know how offensive that is, look up just a little bit of Irish history, starting from 1916 all the way to the late 70s.
Yep,
Yeah.
it's a good 60 years of history. Um,
Exactly.
yeah, that's crazy to think about. But I mean, it's just humanity, I guess. We argue over little ideas, over this and that.
Yeah.
And I mean, not little ideas; they're important to us, right? That's why we
Yeah.
argue over. But it just gets dangerous sometimes, for sure. So,
I mean,
you know.
it's interesting to see what people hold on to that they're so passionate about that they like literally die for it. Like it's just interesting to
Mhm.
me.
Well, yeah, I think, and
Yeah.
there's a respect to that, right? Like, stand for what you believe in. Um, but like, I mean, don't be a prick about it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I think in the case of like the troubles, like it's definitely a fucking mixed bag of like bullshit going on, and it's just a lot
It's
of like
complicated. It's complicated.
it's a lot of oppression and like shifting in like faith and whatnot, which
Yeah,
obviously back in the day that's a big thing. So yeah,
no, for sure. And it still is to a lot of people. It's still important. Faith is very important to a lot of people.
yeah. But
That's okay.
whereas
Just don't be an asshole.
I think honestly, everyone should take just a little bit of time out of their lives and just watch Saint Maud, just to kind of understand the connection between like faith and how it can be a comforting tool, but it can also be a double-edged sword and really destroy you if it like is used wrong.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Friend of fair. What is that? What's saying?
Saint Maud is a movie that came out during the pandemic, so I want to say around like 2019. The film came out. It was pretty recent.
Okay, so pre-pandemic.
Yeah. The movie itself follows a woman named Katie who is a nurse but has a crisis of faith after a patient that she's treating dies horribly, and there's nothing she can do about it. So she just changes her name to Maud and then starts becoming a devout Catholic and has a chance to help take care of this dying woman in a hospice. I believe her name is Amanda, I think.
Mhm.
And Amanda's an atheist, so obviously Maud sees this as her mission to like save someone's soul before they die. So,
Mhm.
but the movie itself is an exploration into both faith and mental illness because faith in the movie is shown that it can be a comforting tool to someone who is like dealing with some hard shit and trying to make sense of it all and whatnot. Because that's just what we do. Period. Like we all have different like ideas of how to handle that type of stuff. But she doubles down on her faith so much so that she isolates everyone around her that could help her and support her and really help her get better. But she just falls back on like, oh, God is the ultimate key. God is going to save me no matter what. I just need to be able to talk to God. And it starts distorting her worldviews up until the point where the final act, I don't want to give away too much, but the final act is fucking mind blowing. Like, it is insanely well crafted, but it is dark. It is bleak.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think Albert Camus talked a lot about the absurd, his idea of that, and that the absurd refers to our strive to make meaning out of a meaningless existence,
Yeah.
an existence that has no inherent meaning. That's the hard thing to deal with as humans, right? It very much like it hurts us when we find out that that it feels like nothing cares for you. And so that's why people seek religion. It's like there's someone always watching for you, and you can connect with people, and it can also provide good teachings. I think there's a lot of good teachings that every religion can provide.
Yeah.
I think people want to use that as a comfort. That's cool. I talk a lot about with the clients. Some of them have a lot of strong faith and just put it up to that. One of them is very big in karma, and so I'm like, okay, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Um, it's very interesting, man. I think it's all about like everyone just figures out their way to like numb existence, and some people. I really think Marx had a point when he said opiate to the masses, because I mean it can be useful to seek faith. It can provide that comfort and that safety, and like addiction does that same thing. Like drugs provide you a sort of escape, a sort of a meaning or a value
Yeah.
or a comfort, a safety, and it's interesting, man. It's really interesting, but
Yeah.
I
Also,
think it's
side note, the movie Saint Maud also like manages to incorporate like one of my favorite like illustrators of all time, William Blake, into the plot line, which I'm like, yes, this is amazing. Because if you've never seen William Blake's like artwork, it is insane. He basically creates his own mythology based on Judeo-Christian, myths.
that's really yeah. That's the stuff you've been retweeting, right? Like I've seen that shit.
Yeah.
That looks crazy, man.
Yeah, no, his detail to
That's
muscles too is actually insane. Like it would make the writer or the creator of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure fucking drip with just like jealousy. Yeah. Just look at those muscles. Oh god.
Oh man. Yeah. Speaking of TV, I'm almost finished with The Bear season 2, and then after that, I'll try to put my focus into JoJo. Trying to.
Hell yeah.
I don't get a lot of opportunity to watch a lot of TV. When I do, it's I will say I checked out this one thing on Netflix. Highly recommend if people haven't seen it. It's called Dracula, and so it's this BBC production. Where they do. It's written by even Stephen Moffat, which is he wrote some Doctor Who episodes.
Okay.
But it's this horror thing. It's this horror thing retelling the story of Dracula, from based on the Bram Stoker novel.
Yeah.
And it's really good. It's really scary. It's really creepy. My girl got really spooked by watching it. But she wants to watch the second episode and the third episode. It's only a 3-parter, but each episode's like an hour and a half, so it's like kind of a movie.
Okay. This is what, Hulu or Netflix?
It's on Netflix, and the first episode is sick. It's got nuns, and it's awesome. Dracula's fucking sick and intimidating.
Yeah.
And scary. It's very cool.
Oh man! Oh, another thing I saw recently was The Dirt, because I really wanted to see that movie again, because I was thinking Motley Crue is fucking insane. I want to see that biopic again, and it still holds up. It's so fucking entertaining and like really just a tell-all of the band and their history and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's so fucking good. Also, weirdly enough, Machine Gun Kelly, as much as I hate the guy, he did a pretty damn good job playing Tommy Lee. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
Not bad. It was The Dirt's a very good, very fun movie.
Oh yeah.
I think the scene where he's like sticking the heroin needles everywhere, that's crazy. That's insane.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. Fucking Nikki Sixx.
They're like sticking their dicks in burritos, dude. And like,
or that one bet that what was it? I think it was Tommy Lee and Vince Neil bet on like how often they can get laid before like they have to like take a shower next. And one of them lost the bet because a girl went down on him and threw up on his lap.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, because imagine not showering for like days on end and you're wearing leather fucking pants.
Yeah, you're going to be sweating up a storm. You're going to be swamp ass, swamp dick, swamp everything.
That is like matured dick cheese. That is the Parmesan of dick cheese.
That is some fermentation going on in there, dude. You can make some wine with that cum. You know what I'm saying? Like...
Oh my god.
There's an aging process to it.
He just opens his fucking zipper and it smells like he's making IPA in there.
He'll piss out beer.
It's like, holy fuck, that's a dank triple, god damn.
Yeah, bro. Wash your dick, ladies and gentlemen.
Wash your dick. Even Motley Crue realized, yeah, you gotta wash your dick, especially with how often you use it.
You gotta scrub under the foreskin too if you still got that. Make sure you're doing that.
Vince Neil was a goddamn dog, I swear to God.
Yeah.
He was boning everything.
All of them are sluts. All of them are sluts, dude.
Although
they were all slutty drug addicts. It was fucking awesome.
I think Tommy Lee was definitely the king because, like, great drummer, and he was married to Pamela Anderson, bro. Like, goddamn.
Yeah, for a short period, yeah. I want to watch Barbed Wire, but I want to, I just watch to see how bad it is, because I just don't really care.
Oh, I'm definitely watching that drunk. I'm sorry. That's just, that's just going to be me.
No, for sure. You have to watch it under the influence. I'm going to as well.
I should probably do the same with This Is the End, because that's a good fucking movie, but it's so much more fun when you're drunk.
This is the one for, it's the Rapture. Yeah, that was
exactly.
a sweet movie.
Yeah.
I always get that confused with the World's End because they came out the same year, I think, didn't they?
Yeah, but I would say the World's End is a little bit more creative because it kept you on your toes on what the actual fuck was going on.
Yeah, well, it's definitely more clever, and it also is really fun. But the titles are so similar, that's why I get them confused. The plots are very different.
That is true. Plus, The World's End, fucking stacked cast. Like, it's got Nick Frost, Simon Pegg. It's got quite a few English actors in there.
Martin
It's got
Freeman, dude.
yeah, fucking oh my god, Pierce Brosnan shows up. I know he's not technically English, but you know, like
Yeah. Well,
yeah,
yeah, exactly.
yeah,
Um, Speaking of Simon Pegg, I saw the new Mission Impossible movie, and that one was actually really like I don't think much of that series. I don't really care for it. Right? It's not very interesting.
yeah,
But well, it's not interesting in the way that like they just keep producing it
yeah,
because the movie like kept you on your toes and the action was really well done
yeah.
and it was really well directed and really just you actually like really like these characters and you like following them. But it's just not interesting in the way that it's like the Fast and Furious series. They just keep pumping them out, and you just like you could. But there's the kind of beauty of it where you can just jump into a movie, not really remembering anything from the last one, and you'll be
Yeah.
caught up already. It's like it's fine.
See,
Like this movie, like I don't remember anything from Fallout except Henry Cavill and his mustache and his reloading his arms.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
but you don't have to remember anything because you just jump in and they give you like a bunch of all the necessary backstory and you're chilling.
yeah. Exactly. And funny
And
enough, like in
it's
the fucking classic cassette tape, it's like here is your mission if you choose to accept it. Like that's just pretty much
yeah,
the whole plot.
they even just do that, and then it like even the ending, it like well, it's part one of like it's a two-part movie, right? So it's like it leaves you wanting more, and you're like,
Yeah.
yo, I want this next part already, but you can't. It's already like 2 hours and 43 minutes or something like that.
Oh my
It's
god, it's
crazy
like
long.
a fucking 5 hour epic. This whole thing, really? Jesus.
I guess so. Yeah, probably. I don't know. That's just like
Ah.
it's like Spider Verse, dude. Because Spider Verse was like 2 hour, almost 2.5 hours,
Okay, but
and that was fun of whatever. Yeah,
that makes sense because when you're really going through the whole scope of the multiverse, especially with other versions of Spider-Man, of course it's going to be long. That's the thing. Like, I'm fine with the
I guess.
cliffhanger.
Yeah.
If anything, it gets me excited for the next one. But I'm still fucking worried that they're going to push it a little, too fast and put it out there for everyone to see, and where it just falls flat. I don't want it to do that. I want it to like have this like strong, momentous, like epic.
Totally, yeah. You don't want it to be like mucked up or like half-assed. And I think
Yeah,
that's important because the first part's so good.
yeah,
It's really well done. It's really a great storyline. It's really interesting. You love seeing Miles again.
yeah,
Love that boy.
yeah. No, the first one was a great test to see if they can actually like pull this kind of thing off, and it was perfect in every
Hmm.
way. They started small. Then the second one, they worked their way up with like expanding more on it, and it was fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, dude.
Phenomenal. And it gave everyone enough screen time, and it's perfect and everything. And I'm so fucking worried the third one is gonna fall flat because they're trying to rush it so fast. Like
Mhm.
it has to have this great conclusion.
Yeah,
Yeah,
ties everything up
exactly.
in a nice little bow.
You're a nice little bow. But no, back to Mission Impossible. I think the only two Mission Impossible films I do remember clearly was Ghost Protocol and Fallout. I never saw Rogue Nation. I probably should have, but I didn't.
Ghost Protocol, was that the one that was number 5? I think because I remember that one. That was the one they were in Russia.
Exactly, and then Stellan Skarsgård was the villain. Jeremy Renner was also in it.
Okay, I have to rewatch some of these Mission Impossible movies. This actually
Yeah.
makes me want to watch them.
Yeah, no,
They're
Ghost
really
Protocol.
good.
Ghost
They're really
Protocol was
impressive.
very, very like good. Fallout. I think there's only two gripes I have with Fallout. One, Alec Baldwin versus Henry Cavill. That looked fake as fuck. I'm sorry.
Well, Alec Baldwin's old and fragile.
Yeah. I mean, no discredit to him. Like he tried his best, but like clearly, like he's a little slower, so like it's not gonna look visually great, regardless of how you frame it.
No, totally.
And then also fucking Fallout ends exactly like, the last Lord of the Rings when like fucking Frodo wakes up and all of his friends are there.
Oh, is that how it ends?
Yeah, literally same fucking lighting
Tom
too.
Cruise.
Like literally, it's the
Tom
same.
Cruise like wakes up and like his friends are there. It's like, hey, what's up? You're alive.
Yeah, and it's like bright, like it's unnaturally bright in the room. Like there's almost a lens flare in the corner. Like holy shit, this literally is the ending of Lord of the Rings.
That's so awful.
Yeah, which is
That's
funny. It kind of took me out of the movie, but it
very
was
funny.
funny.
Um, what was I gonna say? There's a theory. Speaking of Lord of the Rings, there's a theory. I don't know if I've talked about it here.
Oh yeah.
That that Frodo doesn't know Legolas's name. He never says it once, and then it's like it's keen in the scene when like when like Frodo's waking up, like Samwise and Merry and Pippin
Yeah, he knows them.
and Gimli and fucking Aragorn. They're all showing up. He's saying he's mouthing their names, and then when Legolas shows up, he doesn't say a fucking thing.
No
So
fucking way.
theorized that like he doesn't know Legolas's name, like.
Oh my god. That's actually one of the most funny theories I've fucking heard about. It's like those people who say that the moon landing is fake. I'm like, you believe in the moon? It's a Chinese conspiracy. It's an optical illusion, man.
It's just why does it only come out at night, bro?
Exactly. Why does it not come out when the sun is out?
I was talking to the client about the 27 Club. I don't know how we got on that. Just pop culture. Oh, we got on the musicians and dying young, and I was like, yeah, I guess he joined the 27 Club, and she was like, what's that? And I was like, oh, and so I looked up the history of it.
There's a lot of names
It was
on
cool,
that list. Yeah.
A lot of names on that list.
Apparently, one of the most interesting ones is Robert Johnson, the one that people also think sold his soul to the devil for music talent.
Well, that's how the legend goes, because like it used to be that he was like journeying across the Mississippi Delta, but he sucked at playing guitar. He disappeared for like a year, and he came back and had all these skills. And did he just practice a bunch? Could he sold his soul to the devil? Who knows? Who's to say?
The only two theories behind that is A, people who knew him said that he couldn't play the guitar to save his life until he disappeared for that time and then came back. And second, some of his tracks do have devilish themes to them. So it almost as if he's like confessing essentially on record that he sold his soul to the devil and the devil has come to, ask for his due pay.
Because he was poisoned. That was how he died, yeah.
Exactly. He was being a belligerent drunk, and someone took offense to that and decided to poison his spirit before he had his next drink, and he was suffering for 3 days until he died at the age of 27.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's a strange history behind Robert Johnson, so it definitely perpetuates the myth given everything that goes into his life leading up to that point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. No, and then the saddest fucking name on that list too is Anton Yelchin. He's on the 27 Club list.
Oh yeah, that's right. He's and his death was just fucking tragic.
Yeah, and I fucking remember when I knew exactly where I was when I learned about it. I was working at a movie theater in the Bay Area, and I was just hanging out with my coworkers, and we were about to clean the next theater, and one of them just mentions like, "Oh, Anton Yelchin died." I'm like, "Wait, the guy from the Green Room, the guy from Star Trek?" And he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "No fucking way." I look it up and I'm like, holy... And it was the worst way possible, too. He got pinned between a Jeep and a mailbox.
Yeah, it was horrendous, dude.
Yeah.
Parking brake failed. Fucked him up, man. Fucked him up.
Yeah. It's fucked.
It's horrible, dude. It's horrible.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, I think like a myth behind the 27 Club is that the perpetual thing is that like it's famous musicians who die at the age of 27, but a myth was circulating around. I don't know how true this is or not, but that 4 of the musicians on that list all had white lighters in their pockets.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That might just be coincidence, but
yeah,
that's kind of crazy. Which 4 musicians were it?
I think one of them was Jimi Hendrix. Another one might have been Cobain. I'm not sure. Yeah. But, yeah, I would look that up for sure. Like, I don't know how true that is or not. But it's probably just another way to perpetuate the myth.
Maybe, yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah. It's wild. Although I think one of the most fascinating conspiracy theories is the one where Rasputin was assassinated by an MI6 agent disguised as a Russian imperial officer.
What the fuck? Okay.
Yeah, the only reasoning behind this was because an MI6 agent was fucking around in Russia around the time when Rasputin was alive and well until his death, and then that guy
Until
strangely
he was
returned.
assassinated. Yeah.
Yeah, and until that officer or that MI6 agent strangely returned home just after Rasputin's death. So, yeah.
You get the fuck out of there. Maybe he did it, man. Maybe he did.
Yeah, there's also some information being sent between MI6 agents, and they refer to this one entity by a code name that some people think they might be referring to as Rasputin, basically.
Hmm.
And another piece of evidence is the bullets that were found in Rasputin himself. One of them had a different metal composition than the others. And the only way that would exist is if it came from an MI6 registered pistol.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be fair. It's not out of the realm of possibilities, dude.
Yeah, and it would make some sense because Russia was in a political divide on how to deal with World War One, and Rasputin was against Russia joining World War One. And since he was
Well,
friends
yeah,
with the
and
Tsar,
he had a lot of political power in his time, man. It was kind of
yeah,
he had a lot of political influence that made Russians uncertain. You know.
exactly, yeah, and it fits the timeline too because by the time Russians actually revolted against the Tsars and fucking killed them all. But yeah, no, it's a strange history. This has been the 9 to 5 boys. Don't take our conspiracy theories seriously, but
But do have doubt in your governments. They will not. They're not in your favor.
they are really not. Just look at any time during like the 70s and 80s, my friend. Or fuck, even MK Ultra. Jesus Christ.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
they're never on your side, so just be weary. But anyway, with that, we're signing off. We're clocking out. The 9 to
exactly.
5 boys are out of here.
Also,
Good
trust your
night, good
tap water. It's
day.
totally fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there's nothing mind controlling in the tap water. Trust me. The mind controlling drug said that. Anyways, 9 to 5 boys out.